Welcome back from that break. And if you're just joining us, this is Good Morning Abuja. And now to our first discussion on the consequences of violating traffic lights on our roads. We have lots of road commuters who are applying these routes, and we have a traffic light that gives us direction on when to stop, when to get ready, and when to go. Do you beat this traffic light or you adhere to these rules and regulations? We have CLC Silvanus Epeyong, the unit head of Operations Central Business District, to discuss this topic with us. Welcome to Good Morning Abuja.
Thank you, ma.
Welcome.
Thank
You're
you
welcome,
for
sir.
having me.
All
Thank you
right.
for
Thank you
having
so
me.
much for joining us.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you. We have lots of rules and regulations that we need to adhere to when plying the road. Before we move to the traffic light, can you outline those rules and regulations to us?
There are many rules and
Mm.
regulations that govern the use of Nigerian roads. One of them is light sign violations. Second one is use of room while driving, use of seat belts, attire, lane disciplines, and a lot of other regulations
Okay.
on how to make use of the roads. These are just a few one. We have a lot of them that when you are on the roads, you need to obey these rules and regulations that guide the road. But today, since you are talking about
Traffic lights.
the traffic light violations, it's a serious offense that when a motorist violated this law, we not only issue a ticket for light sign violations, it goes along with dangerous driving. For you to violate traffic lights, the traffic light is being calibrated. You have the one that will ask you to go, which is the green, the red that will ask you to stop, and the amber light that will tell you to get ready. But you see, people, the traffic light will counting when it is 3 2 3. That's when you will now increase your speed. You want to meet up with the traffic light.
Yes.
And by the time you get to where at most of the traffic light, you see there's a zebra crossing
Yes.
that will ask you to stop. A particular place you should not move. And once you cross that line, you have violated the rules that govern the use of the road. And at that time, you are counting 1 2 3. Before you, the amber light will even tell you, maybe the other one have asked the other person, you have the right of way, you move. And when you are here, you already asked you to stop, and you are want to meet up with the time, you speed. Meanwhile, the other person is coming. What happened? If there's a collision, and if pray life should not lost, it's a very dangerous thing. That is why we don't only punish you for beating of traffic lights. That is the light sign violations. You add what they call dangerous driving because you are causing a havoc to other motorists that make use of the roads.
Okay, so let's still look at some other consequences of this violation. So, from your own side, what are some other consequences?
Other consequences, for example, now, yesterday we have there was a crash that happened between Jais Bank, right before Abia House,
Okay.
and involved one Hilux and a Toyota Corolla. A Corolla was coming on its own right of way while the Hilux beat the traffic lights.
Wow.
And right now, the vehicle has been towed to my office. It was the Toyota Corolla that have the right of way. When the Hilux now beat the traffic light and he got the whole collides. And we thank God no life were lost. And the severity of damage of that vehicle is high because the Hilux was coming with a full speed.
Wow.
And you know, there are, when we talk about speed violations, there are categories of speeds. If your vehicle is going at the speed of, let's say, 30 kilometers per hour, and I'm driving at the speed of 90 kilometers per hour, the impact on the one of 30 kilometers per hour will be less than the one. They will be less than the one that is going on 90 kilometers per hour because the severity of injury will be high. So, in such a case, when somebody violated this law, we first of all, when we want to beat the traffic lights, we have our men positions and we have what we call body cameras. Because most of these people will tell you, I did not violate this law. What evidence do you have? So we have come out with the technology that is the body camera. Some of our men go with body cameras. And when you violate, the body camera will pick you up. And when we pick you up, and when you set evidence, we will show you. The body camera will show you. We have recorded you when the time you beat the lights, and once you now taken to the office, the vehicle will be impounded, and we issue a ticket for license violations, and we also ask you to go for medical evaluations. To go
To
for
be sure
medical
that you're
evaluation
sound.
because a normal human being
Yes.
should not be able to meet the beat traffic light. Because when you beat traffic light, you are causing danger to other motorists. So we ask you to go for medical evaluation.
Okay, so you talked about body
Camera.
camera.
Yes.
So who wears them? You, or is there a place?
Our men,
Where?
our patrolmen.
Okay, so as they are
we have
positioned.
we have a patrolmen wear it, and we have a camera inside the vehicle that positions that can pick
From every angle?
from every angles. And our men, in a patrol team, we have about a team. We have about 6 people
Yeah.
that goes to the road. So most of them have we position them in a strategic area. So we pick you.
And this is unknown to the
driver.
No, we educate them. They know that most of our
about
men
it.
go. You see them wearing the body cameras. You see them.
Wow.
All right, let's now speak about the hawkers on our streets, on our roads. You find out that, okay, the red light says stop, the drivers are already stood there. Then we have hawkers running to get to selling things. When it's ready to go, they are still selling, and this causes hold up. What have you done about
And
that?
that is why you see the Pharisee he has not doing this work alone. We work in hand with the environmental department of FCT. The environmentals are there. If you go to FCT everywhere, you see, in short, in the CBD, in Central Business District, you see that the environmentals are working very well to arrest those people selling on the road.
Okay.
And once you are caught on the road, we hand over it to environmental. They have a punishment for you. Our own is that to save life and secure the properties. You see, when it's very dangerous for you to sell while on a traffic light, when the vehicle says stop, when the traffic light stop the vehicle, and you just rush to enter the road. And some of them do not even look. Maybe you are in the other lane, the vehicle stop, you just rushing. You didn't even know whether another vehicle is coming. And if it picks you, so it's a very dangerous. So that is why we work hand in hand with the environmental people to make sure that these hawkers are being taken out of the road so that they will not risk their life and the life of other motorists.
Okay, so what are the key punishments for those who beat, what will I call it, who go against the traffic lights?
I said it here. One of them is that we'll issue a ticket
Okay.
for license violations,
Okay.
and we'll issue a ticket for dangerous driving.
Oh.
And we'll ask you to go for medical evaluations in a government-owned hospital.
All right, we want you to educate the commuters more on the functions of the traffic lights on our roads.
The function of a traffic light on the road is only meant to regulate the movement on the traffic on the road. Because if the traffic light is not there, everybody wants to go at the same time, and there will be a traffic jam. And at that moment, that moment, the movement will be restricted. And also, if everybody wants to go at the same time, I want to go from left, you want to go from right, you want to come from my front, all of us hit ourselves. So we call it crash. So the function of the traffic light is to regulate the movements and the traffic situation at that particular point.
So how has the obedience? Would you say that the residents of FCT that they've been obeying the traffic light?
Really, there is a serious improvement on the issue of traffic light in FCT.
Okay.
There is a serious improvement. Most people are really obeying traffic light. Those that violated the traffic light knows that there are punishment for it. And if you are caught, FRSC or other security agencies does not spare you because we know the danger it causes to other motorists.
Okay, let me use this scenario. Maybe a vehicle is coming and is carrying someone who is very sick. They need to get that person to the hospital at the right time. they need to beat the traffic light. No patient, there are no patient enough to wait for the traffic light to let them go, and they beat the traffic light. What will you do at that point?
And that is why we advise people if you are on emergency.
Okay.
That is why FRSC have ambulances, what we call Zebra. Ambulance is around. So we advise you call our ambulances. If you don't call or you call the emergency number line, it's a free to line 122. Anybody can call that line. And once you call, they will allocate you to a nearby ambulance point that will take you. They know the route they can take him to the nearby hospital without going to a traffic light that will hold them. So they will divert to a nearby route that is free of traffic and will get you to the hospital at the time.
Okay, let's hear your advice for those who intend to violate or those who are used to not obeying the traffic light. What do you have to say?
Your final word.
My advice to those that intend to obey, that disobey traffic light, or those that have been disobeying traffic light, beating traffic,
Yes.
we advise them, please, if you are doing that, desist from it. And if you have intention of doing that, please don't do it because you risk your life and the life of other motorists. And if you are caught, the law will get on with you.
Okay,
Thank
we
you.
also want you to lend a voice. You know, there's been this issue of insecurity. A lot of residents of FCT are panicking. There's this fear. So, what would you say to everyone concerning insecurity?
The issue of security is a thing of everybody. Everybody must be concerned when it comes to security, and that is why we last week when I was in this studio, advised motorists that patronize the roadside um, commercials to that please get to a qualified motor park and get a vehicle. The issue of one chance become a problem or kidnapping. If you enter from a recognized garage, motor park, your safety is guaranteed than you picking vehicle along the express is not advisable. So please take your security very important and very serious.
Thank you
Okay,
very much for
thank
coming.
you very much.
Thank
Okay,
you.
we've been speaking with the CRC Sylvanus Ekweyon. Okay, he is the unit head of operations, Central Business District, and he's been talking to us about the consequences of not obeying traffic lights. So please, you heard it from him. If you don't, you remember all the things he said that will be done to you. And he also told us about the accident that happened just because somebody somewhere refused to obey the traffic light. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, the program still continues after this break. We'll